I don't know.
I know you said
I don't go. I'm sorry. I don't go.
Okay. Or just if her mom had a key, or if a good friend of hers had a key, or anything like that.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't know. I should have been there with her.
And she never mentioned.
What happened?
Well, we don't know. That's this. I mean, when you got there, I had just pulled up not long before
Y'all
you
had
got
that tape. There's something that happened at that apartment.
On June 4th, 2020, police were called to an apartment after reports of a shooting. Inside, officers discovered a horrifying scene. A young mother, Tashika Young, lay on the floor, shot twice. Nearby, 2 toddlers were still inside the apartment, alone with their mother's body. But the person detectives needed to speak to the most was already gone. Their father, Bursey Armstrong, had disappeared. What investigators didn't realize yet was that the children had witnessed something important. And before long, one of them would reveal a detail detectives could not ignore.
First name's Bursey, Bursey.
Yes.
Armstrong, 41889.
Yes.
Okay, what's a good address for you?
But right now I'm just visiting. I actually took a job up north. I stay in Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
And I came in town to make sure I could get my FMLA documents and stuff so I could go back to work.
Oh, I got you. What's a good cell phone number for you? Who's that through? What carrier?
That is Verizon.
Okay. Is there any other numbers for you, or is that the?
No, that's my primary number.
Okay. You got any other cell phone numbers or any other way to contact you, or is that the best way to get hold of you?
That's the best way to get hold of.
How long have you been using that number?
Maybe since December, probably.
Since December? Okay, of 21?
Yes.
Alright, listen, obviously, I'm very sorry. I don't know what all you know and what you don't know, okay? But you know, obviously something bad had happened in that apartment, okay? So I'd like to have a conversation with you to see...
Sorry about it.
I'm going to get into all that, okay? But I want to have a conversation with you to see if you can help me figure out what happened tonight, okay? But before we do that, we are sitting in an interview room, okay? We're at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Police Memorial Building, okay? Alright, so before I start asking questions of you, we're having a conversation, because this is an active investigation. I'm going to go further with that and explain all that to you in a second, okay? I need to read you your rights, okay?
Alright.
Standard procedure, I do it with everybody that I bring in here and ask questions of, okay? Protects you and me, alright? Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol?
No, not at all.
Is there anything or any reason that would inhibit your ability to have a reasonable conversation with me right now?
No, just the fact that I'm not aware of anything.
Well, I know, and that's what I'm going to get into all that, okay? Like I said, we're at the Police Memorial Building, okay? Let's today's day 7/23.
Yeah, for 30 more minutes. You got a drink, you need a snack or restroom? Or
no, my lips were parched from sitting in the back of that vehicle.
And I know, I'm sorry you had to sit back there so long. There's a lot going on right now, and that's just, I'm going to break it all down and get into all that, okay? Again, these are your constitutional rights. So, all right, do this with everybody. You read and write, okay?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'll read it to you. You have the following rights under the United States Constitution. You do not have to make a statement or say anything. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you make a statement or before any questions are asked of you, and to have the lawyer with you during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you do answer questions, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time and consult with a lawyer. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
Is there any part of that you don't understand?
No.
Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do then is just sign. It's not an admission of anything. It's just saying that you and I covered your constitutional rights together, okay? And then I'm going to witness it. I'm signing it on the witness line as well, okay?
You said what do you do? You said you're...
I work in management. I work for Amazon at a fulfillment center up north.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
I've been at their facility since December. Before that, I ran a company. So I left Jacksonville back in December, January. And relocated.
Okay. So you left Jacksonville back in December, January, and moved up to Connecticut?
Yeah, so...
And you work for Amazon up there?
Yeah.
Why don't you get a job at Amazon here? We got Amazon here.
I mean, I like the I kind of like the culture. I like how everything is.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you like to kind of slide and go somewhere else. And then me and the family, we were thinking about relocating, but she teaches and stuff like that. So I was kind of trying to see if she wants to move up there. And then, the kids are down here.
Right.
So
How do you like the cold?
I enjoy it. I love
Really?
it, man.
Really?
Building snowmen and things
Okay.
like that.
You moved there at like prime winter time, so. Are you from Jacksonville?
Yes.
So you're originally born and raised here?
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to South Carolina State University.
Oh, well, where did you go to like school around here?
And then Southern New Hampshire. I went to University Christian, and then I went to John Ribault.
So UC.
Yeah.
Did you graduate from UC or
No, I graduated from John Ribault.
Okay, from Ribault. You said you went to college. Did you finish college?
Yes.
Yeah. What'd you get your degree in?
General Studies and Leadership Essentials.
Oh, okay. Are you using that with Amazon?
Absolutely.
Okay. Paying pretty well?
I think sometimes we take a job for the opportunity because we're on
It's a big
track.
company. Room for,
Yeah.
the potential's there. It's Amazon, so it's a huge company, obviously.
Yeah, me and my director, we're pretty close, so things should be all right.
All right. Well, you mentioned family a second ago. So who is family to you? Like, who is your family?
My family is, Tashika,
Okay.
my kids, my mom and dad. That's really my family.
Who are you living with on Kinlock Drive?
That's actually my grandmother's residence.
Okay. So you stay with your grandmother on Kinlock?
No,
Most of the
I
time?
don't even stay in Jacksonville.
Okay, but when
I'm
you're
just here right now.
okay, so who do you stay with when you're here? Are you and Tashika still together?
Most of the time I stay in Middleburg. Lately I've been in Middleburg
And
with
that's
my
your
mom.
parents? Okay.
That's my mom's house.
So mom's in Middleburg, grandma's on Kinlock.
That's the address that I have on file and everything.
Okay.
But I've been in Middleburg for the past week and a half.
Okay. And did you just come back in town recently? How long you been back in town from Connecticut?
I think I came back here about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you showed up to. Have you been staying with Tashika or visiting her in the 2 weeks? Like, how's y'all's relationship?
Well, she and I, we have a good relationship. Me and my parents, we have a good relationship. Okay. So I think that everybody meshes well for the most part.
So for instance, where did you sleep last night?
Last night I stayed in Middleburg.
Okay, so you stayed in Middleburg. Is that normally where you sleep when you're in town?
Yes.
Do you ever sleep at Tashika's?
The last time I spent the night over there was probably last Friday.
Okay.
Either last Friday or Saturday.
Had you been over to her apartment since last Friday or Saturday?
No.
Okay. So the last time you were at Tashika's place was last Friday or Saturday. You spent the night?
I spent the night. My mom picked me up that afternoon. I had to take like a 12-hour course for a reinstatement with my license.
I got you.
So she picked me up that Saturday, and I've been in Middleburg ever since.
Okay. So what, in your own words, I guess, what is Tashika to you? Because you said family, so what do you consider Tashika?
She and I, like a future wife.
A future wife?
Yeah. She and I, we had kind of separated a little bit, but every time we separate, we get right back together.
Okay.
Bursey Armstrong and Tashika Young shared 2 children together, with a third on the way. From the outside, their relationship appeared complicated but stable. But behind closed doors, the arguments had been getting worse. Young wanted stability. Armstrong wanted control. And over time, that tension slowly turned into something far more dangerous.
Where are y'all at right this second?
Fixing it. We're fixing it. Yesterday she said that, is this about her?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. This is about Tashika.
Yesterday she said that, she was like she wanted to fix the family, make the family work.
Was this in person or y'all talking on the phone?
We were texting.
Okay. About what time was that?
It was late.
Late? Okay.
Maybe like 10:30, 11.
Last night?
Yeah.
How long did y'all go back and forth? I mean, I know exactly, you don't know all the exact numbers, but just approximately, like, what, a couple hours, a couple minutes?
We probably went back and forth, maybe. I mean, we text each other throughout the day.
Okay.
And then I text her this morning, and I text her this afternoon, and then she didn't respond to my text this afternoon, and I called her mother to see, if she was around her, because sometimes, when she gets mad, she won't answer my calls or texts.
Okay.
So I just kind of send something to her mom and say, can you tell her just talk to me? And then I showed up, and then you guys put me in handcuffs.
Okay. You said sometimes she won't respond to you when she's mad. What does she get mad at you about? Why would she get mad at you?
Sometimes she thinks that I can be insensitive. Sometimes we don't meet eye to eye.
Okay.
But I'm a guy, man. It's some things I just don't care about. As long as she's happy at the end of the day, as long as we can kind of diffuse the situation, that's normally how it is.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, 2 from her.
Okay.
And then we have a newborn on the way. Okay. And I have my oldest son. He's a 5-year-old.
5-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay, that's from a previous relationship?
Yeah, my college sweetheart. She and I were in a relationship for 7 years. We were engaged. We broke up. And they live in the Charlotte area. And
Charlotte?
Yes. And she and I, we've been in a relationship for 5 or 6 years. We had an engagement. We broke it off. And then, whenever I'm home, I try to see if she wants to move up north with me. So.
Okay. So do you still see your first child's mother in Charlotte?
No.
You don't?
It's strictly about my kid.
Do you get to see your 5-year-old?
Yeah, they just took him back to Charlotte today. My sister drove up there.
So how does that work?
I have a very active relationship with all of my children.
How does that work? Like, do you have to go up and get your 5-year-old, or does
my family is pretty involved with everything.
Okay.
So what my family does is, they make sure that everybody's hands on.
Right.
And it's a family, man. It takes a lot of people to make things work.
So is your mom close with Tashika and your first child's mother?
I would like to think so.
Okay, so they talk, like Tashika and your mom.
I actually think my mom likes them more than me.
Oh, well, yeah. So I gotcha. So the last time you physically were at Tashika's apartment was last Friday or Saturday, or that's just the last time you stayed the night there?
No, that's the last time I was there.
Okay.
When I left there, I never stayed the night again. I never returned to her apartment.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I was actually going to try and see if she could come and hang out with me, but she wasn't answering my calls or anything. So. And
how old are the 2 kids that you have with Tashika?
BJ is 3 and Bailey's 1.
Is BJ a Bursey Jr.?
3rd.
Bursey the 3rd, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Bailey's 1. Okay. And then you said you had another one, a 3rd child on the way with Tashika.
Yeah, but we don't know what it's gonna be though.
Do you know how far along she was in the pregnancy?
She had an appointment, and I think that she was 8 or 9 weeks.
8 or 9 weeks old?
Yeah, I was supposed to be making one of the next appointments with her in the future. But a lot of times when I come in town, I try to hurry up and get in and out because I have to make sure that I get back to work. Had something going on with my attendance and FMLA paperwork, so I had to get some things situated with my doctor.
Okay. So when you do go to the apartment, how do you normally get over there? You drive yourself, or?
No, I haven't been driving.
Oh, you haven't been driving?
No.
Okay, so you don't
because
drive.
I have a 12-hour course that I have to take for my license to be reinstated.
I got you. So how do you normally get around then?
Normally when I'm in Jacksonville, my whole life is up north, so when I come in town, I really don't have to get around too much.
But if you do, like, how'd you get there today when you showed up there today?
Oh, I had a ride from my stepdad.
Oh, your stepdad. Now, where's your stepdad live? Talking about Middleburg?
He stays in Middleburg.
Okay, with your mom?
Yes.
Okay. And did he stay or just drop you off and go?
I think he just dropped me off and left. I was just going to get a ride from Tashika to head back that way.
Okay. So Tashika will drive you back and forth sometimes too?
In a situation like that, I probably would have stayed tonight just to kind of patch things up. Or she just would have took me back to Middleburg.
You said you got a ride with your stepdad today?
Yes.
What's his name?
His name is Dale.
Dale?
Yes.
What's his last name?
Al-Halim.
How do you spell that?
It's like AL-HALEEM.
EEM?
Yes.
Okay.
So being that Tashika's about 8-9 weeks pregnant with your 3rd child, like, how are y'all doing? right now? Like, I mean, y'all getting along right this second, or were things rough, or?
Last night we had a few words, but
Yeah.
whenever we get into an argument or something like that, I always try and soothe it over.
Okay.
You know, she's always a little more serious with that stuff than me. So.
What is she upset about?
She told me the fact that we aren't married. That's what it was about. It was about marriage and commitment.
She wanted you to marry her. Did she feel like you were still committed to your other?
No, not at all. She's not even in the picture.
Oh, okay. So you don't even speak with your first child's mother, or very limited, just about the child, or?
No, we don't speak about it at all.
Okay. So who talks to her to deal with getting your 5-year-old back and forth? Your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
And my sister.
All right. So what made you show up at the apartment tonight when we were all out there?
Well, normally if I call her so many times, or if I text her, she'll get back in touch with me. So I called her mom, and her mom said she'll have her call me. And, you know, I was kind of worried a little bit, so I stopped over there and try and see what was going on with her. Because it's not like her to not answer the phone for me.
So y'all were texting back and forth last night. You had some words. She feels like you're not committed enough, maybe, talking about marriage and stuff like that. And then, at what time today did you start trying to get hold of her?
I think I called her first thing this morning. I think I called her around 8:39. Yeah, I think I called her again like at 11. And I think I can show you on my cell phone.
Okay. And I might ask you about that again in a little bit, just trying to figure out, did you try to text her at all, or did she...
Yeah, I texted her as well. She wasn't responding. That was why I called her mom. And I talked to her mom. I was like, you know, if you can get in contact with Tashika and have her call me or text me or something, I'd appreciate it. You know, sometimes when she doesn't answer for me, I'll like try and call my sister or call her mom to see if I can get a response from her.
Right.
Do you know around what time last night y'all stopped texting or calling?
Maybe around. It was late. Maybe between 10. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's no big deal.
Was it a text? Was that the last communication you had with Tashika?
Yes.
What was her last message to you?
The last message that she said to me said that, I think she said that she felt like I didn't love her. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
So, you know, a woman said something like that to you, it kind of make you feel away. So then I called her this morning. I wanted to try and patch it up and just kind of,
Right.
Yeah.
Would you describe y'all's relationship? How long have y'all been together? I know you have a...
5 years.
5 years.
She and I are actually planning to get married.
Okay. And did you ever live with her at that apartment at one point?
No.
Okay, so you've always lived separate, like with your...
I think she moved into that apartment in January. No. She moved in there in February. By the time she moved in there, I had already relocated.
Okay.
You popped the question yet?
When we broke off the engagement, we didn't make it public that we kind of got
out. So y'all were engaged before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But publicly, we're still kind of engaged.
Yeah. How long were y'all engaged for?
I'm still engaged.
You're still engaged?
I'm still engaged.
But you don't have like a date, like a wedding date or anything like that?
No.
So.
It's like one of those situations where you know a person and you've been with the person so long to the point where you really don't have to question it. It's like we have our kids together, we have our lives together. Let's just move forward.
So what was her hang up then about the commitment and everything? If y'all were engaged and
there was no hang up on her end. The hang up is on my end because she and we had something going on where she kind of wanted to stay in Jacksonville a little bit. And me, I was making my living up north.
Right.
So I was paying her bills and I'm paying my bills. And I'm just like, we can cut the overhead costs if you just come up here.
Yeah.
So that's what we were working towards.
So she didn't want to move up north?
She said that the only way she would move up north is if we went and got the marriage certificate and everything. If we went on ahead and went through with it, then she said she'd come.
Yeah. Why didn't you do that then?
I'm planning on it.
Planning on it? Okay.
Yeah.
Would she have left her family, you think? that she had down here? I mean, did she
I
have
think that the family that we started was probably more important.
to come up north with you, but she wanted you to marry her for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty much a done deal.
I got
Like
you.
a solid commitment.
Okay. So did her mom ever call you back after you told her, like, hey, I can't get hold of her?
No,
Can
I
you have her
spoke
call?
to her and she was like, all right. So I'm thinking that she probably called her and she was just like, I just don't feel like talking to Bursey today or something like that.
All right. Is there, I mean, do you know of anybody else Tashika talks to? I mean, was there any of that in y'all's relationship? Any
Mm,
infidelity, whatever you want to call it? Was she
I
back
mean,
and forth with anybody?
if she was, I wouldn't know because we don't stay together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I stay up north, she stays in Jacksonville. Whenever I'm in town, I either get a hotel room.
Right.
I think the most that I ever stayed at her apartment was this last visit last week, and I left with my mom. So
Did you stay there just the one night, Friday or Saturday, or do you?
no, I stayed there for like 3 days.
3 days. Was that kind of normal? Sometimes you'd stay there for a couple days and then.
I think maximum I would probably stay 2 days at a time.
Okay.
Most of the time, whenever I come in town, I get my own living arrangements.
Okay. You mentioned the fact that the time that y'all communicate last and all that would be on your phone. Would you be okay with us looking at that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because I think we have your phone somewhere. One of the officers does or something. In order to do that, though, would you be willing to sign a consent to let us
that's
look at your
fine.
phone? Okay. All right. What kind of phone do you have?
It's an iPhone.
When's the last time you do you FaceTime your kids, or do you ever come and pick them up, or what?
She sends me pictures
Pictures.
and things like that, but whenever I'm in town, a lot of times we're around each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
They ever stay like at your mom's or your grandma's or anything like that with you?
yeah, they come out
They
sometimes.
come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But I would have like hotel rooms and stuff like that. So sometimes she would just come to my hotel room. But I'm never in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's
That's gotta be hard.
I mean, I think as a dad and as a spouse, we make the sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
You get used to just doing what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What number iPhone do you have? What model?
I think it's a 12 plus.
12 plus.
Yeah.
Do you have a password on there?
There are numbers.
Numbers.
000418.
000418.
Yes.
What's your 3-year-old into? Is he like dinos or
No, my 3-year-old is
superheroes or?
BJ. BJ is a boy, and my 1-year-old is a girl, Bailey.
Okay.
But BJ likes monster trucks and stuff like
Monster
that,
trucks, yeah.
and little robots. Sometimes I try and put stuff in front of him, so he can kind of figure it out as it goes.
Yeah. You ever try to take him to Monster Jam here at the downtown?
No, but Tashika took them with her friend Corey.
Okay. So to Monster Jam?
Yeah, and I just paid for it.
Yeah. Did he like that?
Yeah, he did.
I bet. That would have been pretty cool.
All right, Mr. Armstrong, what I'm going to do here is this a consent and search form, okay? In order for me to look at your phone, I have to get your permission, okay? This is basically you giving me written permission to look at your phone, okay? To try to establish your last communication and just verify everything that you're saying, okay? Like I said,
You just want to see the text between she and I?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see anything that pertains to anything that can help us figure out what happened to Tashika.
I mean, she and I, we send each other photos in my phone.
I mean, that doesn't. I mean, if there's anything like that in there, if y'all are consensually sending photos back and forth, first of all, that's between y'all, okay, not against the law, and I don't have any interest in that, okay? I'm more interested in the communication and the time.
That's fine.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, what I'm going to do then is it says that you're giving permission to me in the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office to do that, okay? And then I'm going to ask you to initial these 2 lines right here. Feel free to read this form. I will read it to you, okay?
Yeah, I feel a little uncomfortable about it.
Okay.
Because we send each other. I may have to defer on that.
Okay. Do you know what the status of Tashika is right now?
As far as what?
It's just, I mean, do you know why we're sitting here having this conversation? Why you're here?
No.
Okay.
I asked you guys that a million times.
Yeah. The officers on scene? Well,
I asked them and they said that they had to speak to the detectives.
Right. Well, this is, like I said, it's an active investigation, okay? And you're down here at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, obviously, okay?
Alright.
Tashika's passed away. Okay. And I'm very sorry to have to inform you of that. But that's why all this is happening, okay? And that's why I'm asking you for your help.
What happened to her?
Well, that's a good question, and that's why I'm here talking to you. I'm hoping that you can help me figure that out. That's why I asked you the question earlier. Do you know who else you know? Mr. Armstrong, let me ask you this. When you got there earlier and you saw all the police, give me a minute. I'll give you a minute. Alright. I'm gonna give you a minute. I need your help though, okay?
God! Oh, God. Oh, my God. Who did it? Who did it?
Well, that's why I'm sitting here talking to you, trying to get your help. Let me ask you this though: when you showed up to the departments earlier and you saw police cars and crime scene tape and crime scene units and detectives, what was going through your mind? What did you think was going on?
I didn't know. Shit, I was showing up just trying to see my kids, see her real quick. Shit, I don't know.
Do you know where your kids
I
are?
didn't even know why y'all put me in. I didn't know what was going on.
Do you know where your kids are?
No, I don't. I called her at the scene to see what was going on, but she didn't answer the phone. She didn't answer the phone. That's why I showed up.
Right. Well, so that's what I'm asking you. Like, you obviously knew that you couldn't get hold of her all day today. You said you called her several times and she wasn't replying to you. Okay. You show up at the apartment and see everything that was going on there with us. So, I mean, did you not? I mean, what was your gut telling you? Something bad?
I just didn't know. I don't
know.
know. I saw people looking around and stuff like that. I saw a girl. I saw a girl. I saw a girl out there, and I know she recognizes me from her building, but I didn't know why everybody was standing outside.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's... And again, I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, what the heck, man?
Well...
Oh, what the heck?
But I'm asking you for your help. Alright.
I love her.
That's why we're trying to come up with a timeline of when people last spoke to her. Is why we were asking about your phone.
That's my phone. Just bring it. Just bring it. Where is it?
We'll have to track down the officer to get it.
But I can't do anything with your phone without you giving me consent, okay?
Oh my God.
So that's up to you. I'm not trying to force that on you, okay? Obviously you just got hit with a lot of information, okay, and terrible news, and I want to respect that, but at the same time, we've got to try to figure out what happened to Tashika now, okay? For her, her family, her kids, you as her, I understand. So I was just about to say, you, her children's father, okay? And that's why, you remember that question I asked you earlier? Did you know of anyone else that she may have been talking to or anything else going on?
I know she had friends and stuff, but
Right. Do you know that she had people over at the apartment? Did she go out? You know, I mean, she's got 2 kids there, so I assume she can't
has
really.
A lot of friends.
Okay. But with 2 little kids, she probably can't leave home much, I would assume.
A lot of times her parents keep the kids.
Her parents keep the kids?
But sometimes, but I know that she always has them. A lot of times I check in and she'll send me a picture letting me know that, you know, everything's alright.
Does she have anywhere she likes to go, people she likes to hang with, things she likes to do?
What she likes to do?
What's up?
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm explaining shit to my kid. Are my kids alright? Where are my kids?
Your kids are fine. They're with Tashika's mom. They're okay.
Do you know who all had access to her
I'm
apartment?
explaining shit to her mom. I don't know.
I know you said
I don't go. I'm sorry. I don't go.
Okay. Or just if her mom had a key, or if a good friend of hers had a key, or anything like that.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't know. I should have been there with her.
And she never mentioned.
What happened?
Well, we don't know. That's this. I mean, when you got there, I had just pulled up not long before
Y'all
you
had
got
that
there.
tape. There's something that happened.
Friends and family later described a pattern of intimidation and threats. Young had previously told people that Armstrong once pulled a gun during an argument. At the time, it may have sounded like another heated relationship dispute. But investigators know something important about moments like these. They are rarely isolated. More often, they are warnings.
I saw her truck though.
Yeah.
And I saw tape there.
Listen, this is an active homicide investigation. That's why you're here, okay?
I want
to know what happened. We want to know what happened, okay? I want to help you figure out what happened, but in order to do that, you have to help me. Like, we got to work together right now. I had just gotten there not long before you showed up, okay?
I understand.
And to do that, I definitely need 100% honesty out of you, okay?
I'm telling you what I know.
I understand. And I want you to be sure. I'd rather you tell me you're not sure, you don't remember, than lock yourself into something that turns out not to be true later, okay? So you said earlier, we've established a couple times now, the last time you were at that apartment was a week ago, approximately, last Friday or Saturday.
Like Friday.
And you stayed there for 2 or 3 nights, a couple nights, right? A few nights, you said?
I might have stayed there from that Wednesday to Friday.
Okay.
And I left there.
Okay, and you have not been there since?
No.
Okay. And you do not know of anyone else that comes and goes from that apartment other than you and maybe her mom?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But she doesn't speak to you of anyone that she has over, friends, company?
I mean, that's not really my business. Coming from her.
Does she go out and party? Does she like to have people over? I mean,
I know she's had people over.
Okay.
She's not really a partier. We cut that out a while ago.
You've been together 5 years. Has there ever been any issues where you caught her talking to some other dudes or anything like that?
We had times, we had incidents, and vice versa on my end.
Okay.
But, you know, we always stick it out. We are kind of fully committed. I know that I wasn't dating anyone else outside of her.
When you were over there, how was it? I mean,
The last time
Mm-hmm.
we had like an argument.
Okay.
Like we had a small argument, and then my mom picked me up, and then I haven't been over there since.
Would you say maybe that's why you don't go over there so much? It's just arguing?
No. I kind of just prefer my space, man.
Okay.
You know, especially when I'm in town. You know. And
Nice.
then I don't really care for I don't really care for that complex like that. You know, I've seen a few different things over there that turned me off about it, and I told her that I didn't want her staying out there either.
So the last time you were there and you stayed there for those few nights, just you, her, and your 2 kids?
Yes.
Okay. You have a pretty good relationship, obviously, with, I mean, your kids. You see them, like, or is the only time you see them?
We don't
I
have.
know they're young.
She and I. We don't have real problems.
Do y'all FaceTime? Like, does she FaceTime you so you can see and talk to the kids when you're not there? I mean,
yeah, anything. Like we're together. It's like
Right.
it's nothing she's not gonna say to. You know what I mean? Like.
And she didn't reveal anything to you last week or in your conversation since that she was having issues with anyone or anything like that? She didn't convey any kind of worry or fear about anything going on in her life outside of you?
I mean, there are some things that we don't discuss. There are some things that we don't talk about. Some stuff that we don't talk about.
Such as?
I mean, sometimes she doesn't tell me her whereabouts, but I think us as adults, we have a right to our privacy sometimes. But for the most part, she would. I mean, we're like any other couple.
When she questioned your commitment, was she worried that you were seeing other females?
I think she stopped worrying about that.
Okay. I understand why you just wouldn't get married.
But you know what? Last night, she said something about me following extra people on my Instagram. Mentioned something about more females being followed. Like, it would be petty stuff.
So last night she was concerned about women on your Instagram, how many females you were following or something?
Yeah, no messages, no direct female stuff.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes when a woman does that, you have to reiterate that.
Like, why you following her? Why you following her?
Yeah, stuff like that.
You only had this many followers, now you got this many.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. They watch that stuff, don't they? Like a hawk.
They really do. Especially when we talk about relocating them and stuff like that and making the family work.
You got an extra up because you're out of town, so she's probably really worried about what you're up to.
I mean, I worry about what she's up to as well, but you have to find your peace somewhere. You can't worry about everything. If you worry about everything, you drive yourself crazy. If I stay 1,000 miles away, that's...
What part of Connecticut are you staying in?
New Haven.
New Haven? That's where the Amazon facility... Do you work at the actual Amazon facility up there?
Yes.
Okay. How long are you gone? Like, you go back and forth? Like, how often? Like,
I travel every month. But right now, my job, they're waiting for FMLA documents. Mm-hmm. So I was just waiting on my doctor to get those forms back to me because they needed to justify my absences.
Yeah.
So that's really why I was in town.
I got you. When y'all have arguments, like say you're there in person, staying there with the kids, y'all ever argue and fight in front of the kids at all? I mean, like obviously Bailey, right? Your youngest is really young, but like your son, he's 3, correct?
Yeah.
So at that age, they kind of start to pick stuff up a little bit. I mean, has he ever witnessed y'all fight or argue or anything like that?
He has.
Okay. Like arguing, like yelling, screaming, stuff breaking, anything like that. Like to what degree?
Nothing too serious. Okay. A couple of things thrown. She had a temper.
Okay.
I'm
y'all throw things at each other, or just like stuff gets broken during arguments?
No.
Okay.
She throws stuff.
She throws stuff?
I'm more passive aggressive.
Okay.
I don't have time for that.
Anything physical?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Y'all never put hands on each other?
No, I've had to remove or grab her, but I've never like punched or hit or anything.
What's the worst thing she's ever thrown at you?
Yeah, a knife.
A knife?
Yeah.
Police ever get called on any of that stuff? Like when you were over there arguing or whatever, police ever show up, knock at the door or anything like that?
A lot of time. One time when I stayed on Harrison, a house we lived in that I bought, she pulled a knife on me. I think that I reported that.
Okay. How long ago was that?
That was like last year. And then there was another incident recently, but I didn't report it. I didn't really. I get to the point where I'm used to how she is, so I just go with it.
I mean, do y'all get to the point where you're yelling back and forth at each other? Is it mainly her yelling at you, you yelling at her? Like, how does that? Y'all both shout at each other and fuss at each other, or what?
We would go back and forth. We would argue and stuff like that. But a lot of times, man, I just walk away from it most of the time. Sometimes it get out of hand and she starts throwing stuff, but even with that, the aftermath is like we would be all right. You know, one thing about it, once you get used to how a person is, it's kind of easier to deal with them. And that's kind of how we were.
How does your son react, your 3-year-old, when y'all are fighting and arguing?
My son didn't really witness any heavy arguing. I mean, it was just like a regular family, man. Yeah. Families argue for us sometimes, and we make up and we keep it moving.
Okay.
Nothing serious. Nothing. It's like nothing that would make anybody like really angry. You know what I mean? Like,
when officers entered the apartment, the scene was devastating. Tashika Young had been shot twice. Her young daughter was found holding her hand. In another room, her 3-year-old son sat visibly shaken. But what the boy began telling adults would soon change the entire investigation. Because, according to him, his father had hurt his mother.
Just regular stuff.
So, you said the police got involved when you stayed on Harrison a year ago, approximately?
Maybe over a year ago.
But since she's been in this apartment, you said about February, right, this year? She moved in that apartment? The police have never had to come there while you were there?
No.
She hasn't called the police on you that you're aware of?
No.
And you haven't called the police on her?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had to reach out to her mom or any other family members and be like, look, you need to talk to Tashika, she's kind of out of control? Or?
I think her mom knows about some things, but I wasn't like a talented, like I'm not going to call your mom every time something goes on.
What's your relationship with her mom? Do y'all really have a relationship? I mean, do you go around her?
Me and her mom, we're pretty cordial. We don't have a bad relationship.
Y'all do like family dinners and stuff when you're in town? Or
no? Only on holidays.
Only holidays, okay.
Sometimes, like, since I moved away, sometimes when I come in town, her mom stop by, or we go over to her parents' house. Her dad's really sick, so we would stop over there and see Mr. Young. Just little stuff like that. You know, so this is what happens when you headed towards marriage, when you're trying to lock everything in. You make sure that it's like one family.
I got you. Okay, and you have not been over there since last week?
No.
Okay. Is there any reason why maybe your son would have said that you've been there since last week?
Maybe FaceTime.
Okay. How often do y'all FaceTime?
Probably once every couple of days or something.
Okay. When's the last time you FaceTime with Tashika?
It could have been yesterday.
Yesterday?
Could have been yesterday. I know we might have FaceTime. Possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but somewhere along the lines.
It's usually every couple days?
Yeah.
Does she have any other phones that you know of, or does she just have one phone?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, once I relocated, I just kept everything about the family, because when it comes down to it, the only thing I can worry about is what we're trying to do. I can't worry about who she talks to when I'm gone. I just know she'll mention some of her friends,
right,
but I just have to trust her discretion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try not to poke too much.
Do you know what her phone looks like? Like if it's got a case, or if it's what kind of phone it is?
She had an iPhone just like mine.
She had an iPhone like yours.
Yeah.
You know what kind of case it was? Did she have a case on it, or no case?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay. Do you know what color it was by chance?
No, I just know it's an iPhone because we FaceTime.
No, yeah, I got you. You know her password?
I remember one time it was like a set of numbers, but I don't try to go through her stuff though.
I got you, Mr. Armstrong. I'm gonna ask you a question, and then I'm gonna make a statement. Okay? So I'm gonna ask the question. Don't respond immediately. Think on it for a second, okay? Because I'm gonna follow it up with a statement. All right. Is there any reason why your 3-year-old son, Bursey III, would say that Daddy hurt Mommy? And then remember what I said. Let me make the statement. Don't follow it up. Think about it for a second, okay? Because these incidents, it's usually one or two things, okay? Good people lose control momentarily, do some things, say some things they regret or wish they hadn't done. A, or B, there's an evil that exists within you, and you're okay doing that, and you go into self-preservation mode and start lying about what happened and only think about yourself. trying to protect yourself, okay? And since I've been talking to you, hold on, like I said, I'm going to give you a chance to answer that question in a minute. Just let me finish up. And since I've been talking to you, you seem like an educated person. I mean, you are an educated person. You've got a college degree. All right, we've had some normal conversation. You seem like a good dude. Okay. But from what I'm gathering, based on what I know about that apartment, in my conversation with you, and the conversation that's been had with your son, it seems like something really bad happened between you and Tashika last night, okay? And maybe there was like a moment where things got really heated, really intense, and something happened, okay? And that's what I'm interested in. If you don't know, that's fine. I'm not obviously asking you to say something that you don't know about or say that you did something if you didn't. But what I'm asking is, think about this woman, her family, and those 2 kids.
Yeah, I haven't been over there since last week.
Okay.
But I know that when it comes to interaction,
Okay.
she says that she doesn't bring any other men around my kid.
Okay.
So
you haven't been there. So if something bad happened to her last night, there's no way it could have been you.
Absolutely not.
Which leads me back to my original question. Why would your 3-year-old son maybe indicate that you had something to do with hurting her?
Most of the time, I'm the only man that's around her.
Right, and that's why I asked you earlier.
She's not supposed to have other men around my kid,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if that's the case.
Okay.
It could have been somebody in there, but I don't know.
But if there is,
if he's used to seeing me,
right? If there is, though, there's no way. I mean, come on, we know that as men and having children, like, there's no way your son at 3 years old is going to be calling another man daddy, right?
I don't think so.
I mean,
but I know that
if it was to the point where your 3-year-old son was calling another man daddy, that would probably mean that man was around a lot, and you would probably know about it at that point, I would think, right? I mean,
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
because I don't stay there.
Okay.
And I don't know how she would. I don't think that she would introduce a man by his name,
right,
or something like that. I don't know.
So I mean, but you understand that's a concern, to say the least.
I know that. I wasn't there.
And you said that your son earlier just never witnessed any physical violence because you said there hasn't been physical violence between y'all in the past.
As of late, no.
As of late, okay, yeah, fair enough. Because you mentioned the knife incident last year. Was your son there for that? Would he even remember that? You think? I mean, did he witness that?
I think that he did witness it.
Okay.
I think he witnessed me get loud and things like that. I'm just as guilty as she is when it comes to arguments and stuff.
Fair enough. Do you have a gun?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you care? You don't ever carry a gun on you?
I had a gun before, but I don't have it anymore.
Okay. All right.
Have you been around guns recently, within the last couple days?
Yeah, I have. I was around a Taurus. I was around a Taurus 40, like a 40 caliber.
When was that?
Like a few days ago.
Did you shoot it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Whose gun was it?
I was just a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. So you don't own any guns or have any guns?
No, I don't have any.
All right. And then obviously, there's a lot of stuff I still have to do, okay? But and there's nobody or no other reason that you can think of for Tashika or for someone else to hurt Tashika. She hasn't mentioned a single thing to you about...
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
You don't think she'd express to you if she was in any kind of trouble or fear or danger?
If she had something going on with someone else, she would probably try and keep it away from me.
And last night when y'all were talking, she didn't express anything like that to you?
No. And I hadn't seen her since last week.
Okay. You hadn't seen her physically since last week, but y'all talked, obviously.
Yes.
How did you normally communicate? Through normal text, messenger, apps?
Text.
Just phone text, regular?
Text, FaceTime, phone calls.
I gotcha.
Sometimes Facebook, message, like, we're a couple. Do what couples do. But I do feel like she was seeing someone else, but I'm not sure. It's not so. It's not like I've been like.
That wouldn't bother you?
I can't control everything. I know that she's grown and so am I.
But if the woman's asking you to commit to her and marry her, and you're talking about moving up north, I mean.
One time, I found that she was kind of texting guy back and forth, but I didn't really look too hard into it. I mean, I've had infidelity in my relationship with her, and she's accepted me back plenty of times. So, who am I to turn it? You know what I mean?
When was the last time you were in town before this little stint of being in town?
Had to have been like a month before that.
About a month ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I've been here this week. I've been at my mom's since last week to this week, so that's like a week. I had gotten in town like that Sunday, so it's like 2 weeks. So before that, it had been a month since I'd been here.
Okay. Do you know how far along she is in her current pregnancy?
You guys asked me that already. It's like between 8 and 9 weeks.
8 and 9 weeks. Is there any concern that someone else might have been involved with her?
I thought about it.
But she never expressed that to you.
No, she didn't.
She was acting like 100% it's your baby.
As far as I know, it's mine. But
and she was acting like 100% like it was your baby too? Or did y'all have that conversation? I mean, did you flat out ask?
I really didn't ask.
You didn't ask? That wasn't concerning to you at all? If you think maybe she's seeing someone else, maybe she's not?
I try not to make her look like a. You know what I mean? Yeah. I try to give her respect.
But you said you were paying her bills earlier. I mean, do you want to be paying bills for a woman if she's seeing and having babies now with someone else possibly?
I mean, I'm responsible for my children.
Right.
I already have 2 with her, so I just hold up my end of the deal as far as things go. I know she had a firearm, but I don't know what she did with it.
What kind of gun did she have?
I think it was like a 22, like a little 22 with a long nose or something like that.
Like a rifle or a pistol?
It was a pistol.
Like a revolver or like a semi-auto?
It was like semi-auto.
Semi-auto.
Yeah, something that a woman would have.
I gotcha. Have you ever had guns at all?
Yes. Yes.
When's because you said you don't currently have any, right?
No.
What's the last gun that you had?
The last gun that I had a 40, and I also had a Glock.
When Armstrong later spoke with investigators, something immediately felt off. Despite seeing police tape surrounding the apartment, he never urgently asked what had happened. He didn't panic. He didn't demand answers. Instead, he remained unusually calm. For detectives trained to read behavior, that reaction stood out instantly.